My lovely students, welcome to another important session for decision making for XAT examination. And we'll be discussing another set from XAT 25. Start करते हैं सेशन को चलो और if you've not already subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. साथ में बेल आइकन भी प्रेस कर देना. You can also join Telegram channel Mathological and can message me on Telegram at ADITYAKT. अगर सेशन पसंद आ रहे हैं तो make sure hit the like button as well. So first of all, read out the passage and then there are 3 questions. Okay. So the passage is Mr. Zubin Mistry is the owner and the chief editor of the newspaper The Pluralist. And The Pluralist, as the newspaper, is renowned for its high reporting standards and outstanding writing quality. The Pluralist's authentic reporting distinguishes it from other newspapers that sensationalize news. So The Pluralist is not known for news sensationalization, rather they are known for high reporting standards. They are responsible employers as well, known to be highly supportive towards their employees. Its news editing team is led by Miss Ramya Kattaboman, a respected veteran in the newspaper reporting industry, well known for her stringent adherence to the ethical standards of newspaper reporting. Mr. Aditya Swarup Verma, an award-winning senior journalist, has brought in an expose into the activities of a mining company operating in an ecologically vulnerable area. So in his hard-hitting reporting style, he has presented interviews with tens of people, delineating how the mining company has used illegal means to start mining in that area. So he has interviewed tens of people about how the mining company has used illegal means to start mining in that area. These mining activities may lead to the destruction of the local ecological balance. However, Aditya Swarup is unable to obtain an interview with the management of the mining company. So Aditya Swarup's investigative report article offers significant revelations about the alleged illegal activities of the mining company, which were hardly covered in the media otherwise. Nevertheless, his sources have requested for complete anonymity. So this is our passage. So Mr. Zubin Mistry is the owner of the newspaper Pluralist, and they are known for high reporting standards, outstanding writing quality. And then Ramya Kotabamman is basically well known for strict adherence to the ethical standards, and she is heading the news editing team. And Mr. Aditya Swarup Verma is an award-winning senior journalist who has just brought in an expose into the activities of a mining company. But the problem is that he does not have the other side of the story, because he was unable to obtain an interview with the management of the mining company, and what all information he has, that is from anonymous sources. Okay, so these news this information, this report cannot be verified. So that is our concern. Okay, but this is important. Why this is important? Because this is about a mining company that is using illegal means to start mining in the area, and it may lead to the destruction of the ecological balance. So this is concerning. For the newspaper, there will be a dilemma whether to publish this unverified report or not. But if they are not publishing it, then definitely it will be costing the people and the environment, isn't it so? And if they're publishing it without verifying it, then also that is a problem with their ethical standards. So पहले question पे चलते हैं. Question number 1, Rama is trying to decide whether to publish this article. While publishing the article may enhance the reputation of the Pluralist, there are possibilities of political and economic backlash for reporting on the powerful mining company. So publishing the article may enhance the reputation, but the point is that there are possibilities of political and economic backlash as well. She has consulted the legal team of the newspaper, who have warned that the report, relying mostly on anonymous sources, is likely to be legally vulnerable. On the other hand, Aditya Swarup is a senior journalist, well known and well respected for the quality of his investigative reporting. That is also there. The topic of the report is time sensitive. If the report is not published within next 2-3 days, the mining company would get an important government project in the same area. Which of the following reasons will best enable Ramya to publish the article? We need a reason that best enables Ramya to publish the article. A reason that supports the decision to publish the article. That is what we are needing out of these 5 options. ठीक है, देखते हैं एक ऑप्शन को. ऑप्शन ए, राम्या शुड पब्लिश द आर्टिकल. सब में जो फर्स्ट पार्ट है तो सेम ही है. तो राम्या शुड पब्लिश द आर्टिकल गिवन द टाइम सेंसिटिव नेचर ऑफ द रिपोर्ट. That makes sense, because if the report is not published within the next 2-3 days, then the mining company will be getting an important government project. So this makes sense. This has some valid reason. Option B, same news can get published by a competitor known for breaking such news. So since If this news can also be published by a competitor, should this news be published by Ramya as well? Think about it. Because they are known, the pluralists are known for their outstanding writing quality and reporting standards. They are not the ones who sensationalize news. ठीक है, तो इनको क्या इस बेसिस पर डिसीजन लेना चाहिए क्योंकि कंपटीशन पब्लिश कर देगा? डेफिनेटली नॉट. Option B is not a valid reason for them. Option C, Ramya should publish the article because a similar article was published on another mining company last week in another news daily. So similar thing has happened with some other newspaper, but they are not some other newspaper. They are different and they must first verify the resources. भाई concern क्या है यहाँ पे? Verified होता तो कोई problem ही नहीं थी. But sources are not completely verified. So that is the concern and time sensitive nature भी है इसका. तो क्या करना चाहिए क्या नहीं करना चाहिए? But definitely option C is not the right most reason for which Ramya should publish the article. So C should also be eliminated. Because somebody else is doing it, you should also be doing it. No, not that way. They are not that kind of journalists. Option D, Ramya should publish the article because any investigation by Aditya Swarup has enhanced the reputation of the pluralist till date. This makes sense because any investigation has helped the paper, so this should also help. Makes logical sense. Option E, Ramya should publish the article because the legal team is mostly overcautious about any possibility of backlashes. यानी कि ignore the legal advice and go ahead. So this is also not right because there is no basis to ignore the legal advice as such. So option E is also not having any rationale. ठीक है, option A and D are basically the options जिनमें से we have to choose one of them. Okay, or A versus D. A is saying that since the report is time sensitive, so this should be chosen, and D is saying that since any investigation by Aditya Swarup has enhanced the reputation of the pluralist till date, and hence report should be published. Which one fits more? Both A and D are in the right direction. As such देखा जाए तो both in combination, in tandem are best. But दोनों को choose नहीं कर सकते, choose तो एक को ही करना है. तो which one should be chosen? Because the report is time sensitive, so can we ignore the authenticity for that? Or because we can rely on Aditya Swarup because his investigation, any investigation has enhanced the reputation, and hence we should go ahead. So between A and D, D is a better option, slightly better option, because in D we are relying on the journalist whose reports have helped the pluralist till date. So definitely we should go ahead because of that reason. Option D is important. Option D is better than option A, and hence we'll be going ahead with option D. Of course, both D and A are close. ठीक है, दोनों अगर साथ में ले सकते तो बेस्ट होता, बट दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. सो वील बी चूजिंग ऑप्शन डी because we can rely on Aditya Swarup. Ramya can rely on Aditya Swarup for his kind of investigation. So definitely she should go ahead with publishing the report, publishing the article. Okay, अगले क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं. Now, after the article is published, next morning in the Pluralist, it goes viral. However, the mining company pushes back with a public declaration contesting some of the findings of the article. While the potential inaccuracies do not entirely invalidate the article, they substantially undermine the message. So there are inaccuracies in the article. They do not entirely invalidate, but substantially undermine the message if proven true. When Ramya asks Aditya Swarup to bring in further proof to publish a rebuttal, he informs her that his sources for a vital part of the article were two employees, ex-employees basically, recently fired by the mining company. And they now admit that they were not completely honest in their initial interaction with him. Yani they have given some false information, definitely. Though some points raised in the article might still be valid, it is difficult to separate the inaccuracies given the unreliability of the resources. So since now the sources are unreliable, so this is difficult to separate the inaccuracies. What part is accurate, what part is inaccurate, ye identify karna is now difficult task. Ramya immediately brings it to the attention of Zubin while admitting that she hastily permitted the publication of the article. Yani ki she admits that she is also at the mistake, that she permitted the publishing of the article. What is the most responsible action Zubin should take, keeping in view that recent developments which are inaccuracies of the article? So what should be most responsible action? Considering they are known for their highly ethical journalism, so what should be most responsible action by Zubin? Because they know now for sure that there are inaccuracies in the article. So considering their journalistic responsibility, they should definitely retract the article. That should be there. They should definitely retract the article because there are inaccuracies for sure. And how much inaccurate it is, that is also difficult to know because of the unreliability of the sources. So option A is saying retract the entire article and publish that Aditya Swarup will no longer be with the newspaper. Option B, publish an article accusing the mining company of bullying witnesses to change their versions. तो क्या ऑप्शन बी करना चाहिए? Publish an article accusing the mining company. उल्टा भाई Zubin and company, basically the pluralists are responsible for inaccuracies of the article. So definitely accusing the mining company for without any reason, because there is no reason, no real reason to question mining company that they have bullied the witnesses. We have no idea. So definitely this is wrong answer. This is how you sensationalize news. This is how you unnecessarily blame someone else for your mistakes. Option B is definitely not what Zubin will be doing. That is not most responsible action. Option C, retract the entire article and publish Ramya's apology in the newspaper. So A and C both are क्लोज. ठीक है, अभी इन पर डिस्कस करेंगे, पहले बाकी ऑप्शंस को देख लेते हैं. ऑप्शन डी, पब्लिश अ मॉडिफाइड वर्जन ऑफ द आर्टिकल नेक्स्ट डे डिफेंडिंग द इन्वेस्टिगेटिव जर्नलिज्म ऑफ आदित्य स्वरूप, यानी कि दे आर स्टिल डिफेंडिंग व्हाट मिस्टेक दे डिड. ठीक है, पब्लिशिंग मॉडिफाइड वर्जन. अब कितना मॉडिफाई करोगे भाई, जब पता ही नहीं है कि कितना एक्यूरेट है कितना इनएक्यूरेट है, तो मॉडिफाई भी क्या करोगे. और इसके बाद में भी यू आर डिफेंडिंग विदाउट एक्सेप्टिंग योर मिस्टेक, तो यू आर नॉट एक्सेप्टिंग मिस्टेक ईदर. ऑप्शन डी इज ऑल्सो रॉन्ग. और मॉडिफाई भी कैसे कर पाओगे, क्योंकि तुम्हें पता ही नहीं कितना एक्यूरेट है कितना इनएक्यूरेट है, तो दैट इज ऑल्सो नॉट पॉसिबल. एंड यू आर डिफेंडिंग द जर्नलिज्म, दैट इज फाइन, बट यू आर नॉट एक्सेप्टिंग द मिस्टेक. एंड एज अ हाईली एथिकल न्यूज़पेपर यू मस्ट बी डूइंग दैट एज वेल. सो दैट इज नॉट बीन डन. मॉडिफिकेशन कितना होगा पता नहीं, और डिफेंड करोगे, सो दैट मेक्स एब्सोल्युटली नो पॉइंट. ऑप्शन डी इज ऑल्सो रॉन्ग. ऑप्शन ई, पब्लिश अ फॉलो अप आर्टिकल disclosing the identity of the resources. Now this is going in absolutely wrong direction, completely unethical, makes no sense. Option E is also wrong. So we have to choose either A or C. Now definitely A में क्या हो रहा है, retract the same article. B, D, C में भी first part तो same है, retract the same article. Second part in option A is publish that Aditya Swaroop will no longer be with the newspaper. And option C is saying publish Ramya's apology in the newspaper. So which is the better option? Option C is better option. क्यों better option है? Because ultimately Aditya Swaroop is not the only one who is responsible for this mistake. And Aditya Swaroop is not the person who has actually been at the mistake, because what was the fault? Ultimately, his sources were at fault, isn't it so? He was completely honest with Ramya, but his sources were at fault. So he was not the only one at mistake. Ramya was also at mistake because she also permitted for the publication of the article. So he should not be made scapegoat. Also, अगर हम इनिशियल पैसेज देखें तो इनिशियल पैसेज में वन लाइन इज ऑल्सो मैंशनड, और इसीलिए इंपॉर्टेंट है इनिशियल पैसेज को ढंग से पढ़ना, कि क्या पे कह रहा है, हाँ, दे आर responsible employers known to be highly supportive towards their employees. ठीक है, so he will definitely not be throwing out Aditya Swaroop for this mistake, and this was not just his mistake. So definitely they will be retracting the same article, but option C is better option, and they will be going ahead with publishing Ramya's apology in the newspaper, or publishing this article without verifying the sources, than doing option A. Is that clear? Option C is the best option among the given options. Next one. After the article is published in the Pluralist, the mining company pushes back with a public declaration contesting some of the findings of the article. This has hit Aditya Swaroop's reputation because he trusted unreliable sources. Nevertheless, he is confident about the illegal activities of the mining company. He wants to redeem himself. He approaches Zubin with a request to go back to the mining company project to find new sources and rewrite an article with a reliable piece of evidence. तो अभी भी आदित्य स्वरूप चाहता है कि he wants to redeem himself, so he wants to go ahead with another investigation on the mining company with to find new sources and rewrite another article with a reliable piece of information. But now this fresh investigation will require time and money, and it might also enhance the reputation of the newspaper, so that possibility is also there. Zubin respects Aditya Swaroop and wants his reputation to be restored. Zubin also wants his reputation, Aditya Swaroop's reputation, to be restored. However, Zubin is confident that continuing to work on the mining company project will not yield any results. Which of the following actions by Zubin will best enable Aditya Swaroop to enhance his diminishing reputation? तो देखो हम किसके लिए बात कर रहे हैं, we are thinking from Zubin's point of view. ठीक है, so we must understand Zubin's point of view first, and Zubin's point of view is very clear that Zubin is confident that continuing to work on the mining company project will not yield any result. ठीक है, so this is Zubin's point of view. So our answer should be reflecting that as well. So that line is important. ठीक है, our answer should be reflecting that as well, because Zubin is not feeling, ठीक है, not apprehensive. He is confident. He is sure that continuing to work on the mining company project will not yield any result. So any option which is going in that direction should be eliminated. Option A, ask Aditya Swaroop to focus on mentoring new and young journalists instead of working on any investigative report for some time. Now Aditya Swaroop क्या, he is an investigator, investigative reporting करता है. So instead of giving him a task of investigative reporting, Zubin in this option is giving him task of mentoring new and young journalists. Now, this is not his role. So, this is definitely not going to enhance his diminishing reputation. This will not help him. Okay, this might have helped some other journalist, but not Aditya Swarup, because he's basically an investigative journalist, isn't it? So, the option A is not right for him. Option B, tell Aditya Swarup that he plans to delegate the mining company project to a fresh team who will work in consultation with Aditya Swarup. Now, since Zubin is already confident that continuing to work on the mining company project will not yield any result, so option B makes no sense. Also, in some sense, in option B, he is basically demoting Aditya Swarup, isn't so? Isn't it so? Instead of he is being demoted. अब क्या है, एक फ्रेश टीम को ये प्रोजेक्ट दे दिया और द फ्रेश टीम विल बी working in consultation with Aditya Swarup. That also makes no sense, because that will not help Aditya in redeeming himself, isn't it so? He cannot redeem himself in such a manner. And also, जुबिन पहले से ही कॉन्फिडेंट है कि जब कोई रिजल्ट मिलने ही नहीं वाला है यहाँ से, तो कोई पॉइंट नहीं बनता एक फ्रेश टीम को देने का, फिर से पैसा बर्बाद करने का. ऑप्शन बी इज एनी वे एलिमिनेटेड. ऑप्शन सी, असाइन अ न्यू इन्वेस्टिगेटिव प्रोजेक्ट टू आदित्य स्वरूप, एडवाइजिंग हिम टू फोकस ऑन द न्यू प्रोजेक्ट विदाउट वरिंग अबाउट द पास्ट प्रोजेक्ट. दिस मेक्स सेंस, because this way he is given another chance, a fresh chance with no taint, and he can do his best in that new project. So definitely option C makes sense. बाकी ऑप्शंस को देख लेते हैं. ऑप्शन डी, आस्क आदित्य स्वरूप टू स्टार्ट हिज ओन यूट्यूब चैनल since more people are aware of him now than before. Now maybe more people know of him now than before, but they know of him for bad reasons, for wrong reasons. So even if he has to start a YouTube channel and be another Ravish Kumar, ठीक है, this is not the right time to be that. तो ऑप्शन डी वैसे तो irrelevant है पूरी तरह से, बिकॉज हमारा क्वेश्चन क्या है, क्वेश्चन ये कह रहा है विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एक्शंस बाय जुबिन विल बेस्ट एनेबल आदित्य स्वरूप टू एनहांस हिज डिमिनिशिंग रेपुटेशन. और उसके बजाय तुम क्या करो कि कंपनी से ही तुम्हें कह दिया कि तुम अपना भाई यूट्यूब चैनल चलाओ, वहाँ पे देखो, और यूट्यूब पे क्या करोगे भाई, सेंसेशनलाइज ही करोगे न्यूज़ को, और क्या करोगे. तो गोइंग अगेंस्ट योर ओन स्टैंडर्ड्स एनीवे, और अपनी कंपनी से मतलब अपने न्यूज़पेपर से बाहर का ही उसको काम दे रहे हो, तो यू आर नॉट रियली हेल्पिंग हिम. एनीवे, इररेलेवेंट फॉर गिवन सिचुएशन. तो ऑप्शन डी तो कंप्लीटली इररेलेवेंट है, डज नॉट मेक सेंस. बाकी अलग से उसको रविश कुमार बनना है तो बने उसके लिए, तो वो डिफरेंट है, बट आंसर नहीं होगा इसका ऑप्शन डी. ऑप्शन ई, असाइन आदित्य स्वरूप टू वर्क एज एन एनोनिमस जर्नलिस्ट फॉर द नेक्स्ट फ्यू मंथ्स until he feels confident of himself. अब यहाँ पे क्या कह रहा है, असाइन आदित्य स्वरूप टू वर्क ऑन एज एन एनोनिमस जर्नलिस्ट. ठीक है, सो पर्दे के पीछे से काम करो, बिहाइंड द कर्टन. सो दिस इज अगेन गोइंग इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन. उल्टा हो रहा है कि इंस्टेड ऑफ helping him to enhance his reputation, you are sending him behind the curtain. So this is not what will work for him. Definitely the wrongest option. Option E is not correct. Option C should be the best answer. That assign a new investigative project to Aditya Swarup, advising him to focus on the new project without worrying about the past project. और अगर कोई दूसरा ऑप्शन इसके बाद में चूज करना होता, तो आफ्टर सी बेटर ऑप्शन वुड हैव बीन बी. बट सिंस Zubin is already very clear that continuing to work on the mining project makes no sense, so definitely option C should be chosen as the answer. ऑप्शन ई तो कंप्लीटली ऑपोजिट है, कोई सेंस ही नहीं बनता. ऑप्शन डी इररिलेवेंट है, कोई सेंस ही नहीं बनता. ऑप्शन ए इज नॉट व्हाट अ इन्वेस्टिगेटिव जर्नलिस्ट विल बी एक्सपेक्टिंग ऑफ, कि अभी हम फोकस करें टू मेंटर न्यू एंड यंग जर्नलिस्ट पे, तो दैट विल नॉट हेल्प हिम रिडीम हिमसेल्फ. So definitely option C is the best option. क्या ये क्लियर है? So these were all the three questions of this set, and I believe जो भी डिस्कस किया हमने वो सारी की सारी बातें समझ में आएंगी. फिर भी किसी क्वेश्चन में कभी डाउट रहता है तो मेक श्योर टू कमेंट आउट दैट डाउट as well, and give a feedback in the comment section कि तुम्हें सेशन कैसा लगा, क्या चीज़ें पसंद आई. And that's all for this session, and if you like this session then make sure to hit the like button as well, and bye bye, take care and keep learning.